Hello and welcome to Buzz Banter. I'm Das Hat.
I'm Sam.
And today we bring you another movie trailer review.
The Man of Steel.
You will give the people an ideal to strive towards. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
You were a little delayed on that one. Your reflexes just aren't up to par to a Kryptonian.
I didn't realize it was my part.
Anyway, moving on. We actually do know what we're doing. Anyway. So, as you saw from the little 30-40 second teaser trailer, which actually I think that might be maybe the first time we've actually shown a full trailer.
Yeah, without having a link to the extended one, because it's there.
Yeah, that's everything that they released, and I think they released it at Comic-Con. So, yeah.
Okay, the opening of it was very confusing. I didn't even realize what I was watching till it said Man of Steel.
Yeah, like, you get little hints of it with a kid wearing the red cape and everything, but you don't, like, make the connection, because it doesn't look like a Superman film.
Yeah, it's like, it almost looks like a documentary.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that one guy with the thumb out, I'm like, isn't that the ending to, like, Hulk?
Yeah, like, the guy that's hitchhiking and everything. It's just like, that was the end of every Hulk episode.
Yeah.
No, but it doesn't feel like a Superman film, and I think that might be a good thing, because the first the first Christopher Nolan Batman film, when we saw the initial trailers for that and everything, that didn't feel like a traditional Batman film.
No, but it was still you knew what you were seeing when you watched it.
Yeah, they had bats everywhere.
Like, the first half of this, I didn't know until, like, the very end.
Yeah.
The other thing I was really happy about is you saw the credits and you saw who was directing it. Zack Snyder is directing it, and whenever you see a movie of his, it has a lot of style. And if he is the one writing it, very little substance. Sucker Punch is a real good example of that.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of a cult, like, classic right now, there's a reason it didn't resonate in theaters, is that wasn't
it's
a lot
very
of...
shallow,
It's all style, no substance.
Yeah.
But who was the director? Who was the writer?
I can't remember who the writer was. I know the producer is actually
it's Christopher Nolan.
It's Christopher Nolan, and you see bits of that in this. It has a more subdued tone and everything, and it seems a little bit more realistic and all that. Yeah. You have Clark Kent and everything as, like, just this hitchhiking young man.
The one thing I worry about is the reason why the Batman Nolan things worked was because they took the fantasy out of it and made things a little bit more realistic. Hence why Ra's al Ghul is not a 600-year-old immortal, Bane's not a drug-induced guy,
Superman,
Joker's not using, like...
Joker gas to make people laugh to death.
And as well as, like, all the prop comedy things into a deadly twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just... he strips them down to their bare essentials of who that character is.
Yeah, he strips them down to their psychologies and everything, and implements that in the real world.
But there's no Clayface, there's no Mr. Freeze, there's no Poison Ivy.
Because there's no way to translate that over.
Basically, the characters sound like they could exist, even though they're a little bit... far-fetched in certain respects.
Which is probably why Nolan's not the one directing this one, he's just the producer on it. But he does obviously seem to have a hand in it, because you can see that in a little bit in the style.
Yeah, but it does see they want to go that same route, but I don't know how that's going to work with Superman.
Oh, it probably won't. This is just a teaser trailer.
Yeah,
we'll see,
we
we'll see
really
what
don't know.
happens.
I hope it's more like him versus the Elite, like Manchester Black.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be, yeah, like, it's the comic book, what's wrong with truth, justice, and the American way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean...
It should be interesting. It's looking good.
I
like Zack Snyder's sort of it's 300 and everything. I like the visual aspect, like what he does with like various symbols and
the only thing I have to say is though I don't like how they're just bringing in everything of the New 52 costumes into everything because this is an original. I would have preferred the more traditional costume.
You would have preferred the leotard as opposed to the armor.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's wearing the armor. It's more or less it's not the trunks anymore. It's just the belt.
Yeah.
And that was my thing about it. I'm like, I get the trunks can be a little campy, but they can work as illustrated in Arkham City.
True, but let's see how it goes, and we'll get back to it when we find out a little bit more because right
Once
now
we
we're
answer that phone.
Eventually go, Omar. Oh, there it goes.
You're on the phone.
There you go. See?
Yeah,
I taught him how to do that. We'll see how it goes. Later on.
We
This
don't
is just
know
the 30
anything
second.
about this. We know nothing. I can't make any judgments on this.
Yeah.
So
so
my
we're not judging it
judgments-
today.
I'm more or less judging the trailer just because the first half didn't seem like anything.
Yeah. In large part because our current editor is unavailable for the next little while. We're not actually going to be doing our little thumbs up, thumbs down, and all that other thing.
It's interesting. We're going to be updating, obviously, on this as we see more of it. Because
Exactly.
we don't know who the villain's going to be. Are they going to be doing Lex Luthor? Because that is the go-to villain for him. They could be doing, for all we know, they could be a Darkseid story, for all we know.
That would be interesting.
Or Brainiac.
I would like to see Brainiac or Darkseid in live action.
That might be too
that'd
ambitious, though.
Probably.
Especially
Zod.
Darkseid would be super ambitious
Zod.
for a first. They could do Zod. Yeah, they could. They'd have to do a simple Zod story. They couldn't do like the whole.
Well, they couldn't do the Superman 2 Zod because he was just way too campy. And
But he worked for that thing. He worked for Superman.
People always remember Neil before Zod. No. What I remember is when the president is trying to say they surrender, and then he sends out the message to Superman and everything, and Zod just takes the microphone, and just before they cut away, he goes, Zod! Zod! He's just like screaming his name for no apparent reason. Anyway. The Man of Steel, we're looking forward to seeing how this develops and everything. It definitely has a nice pedigree.
It's gonna look nice, I think, is the for sure thing. That's Zack Snyder's bread and butter. It's gonna look beautiful.
Yeah, but
it will look
But
nice.
if Nolan's attached to it, it's going to have a little bit of substance to it.
Well, I mean, the actor that I saw, he looks like he could play
Yeah.
Superman. I don't know his pedigree in terms of like acting.
Well, no, it's just the people behind the project
Yeah.
and everything, Snyder, Nolan, and all that.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. That's it for this trailer review. I'm Das Hap,
I'm Sam.
and we will see you when we see you.